Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lorena and today I'm going to be going over my January week 4 check-in, as well as just going ahead and sharing the results for January. So the bottom week is what we'll be going over today. So we actually had a no spend on January 26th, and then I did get lunch on the 27th, but we used cash envelopes for that. And then we did have an unbudgeted expense for a donation of $20. And then on the 28th, I had Starbucks with cash envelope for $9. And then I did purchase something from Erin Condren. This was my very first purchase from this company. And I got it because I used a referral link from one of the girls I watch on YouTube, as well as they had a really good sale. I will be filming a haul on what I got. It's not much, but I mean, it's still something. So I'll go ahead and do a haul of that in another video. But that was $22. And then on Thursday the 30th, my husband went out to lunch at work. He got in and out, and he used his cash envelope for that. And then I had put this on the 30th, the lawn service, but it was actually paid on the 31st. So the only expense we had on the 30th was the in and out. And then the 31st, we did have quite a few expenses, and it looks like a lot because they actually broke it up by category. So at Winco, I had spent $12 on our dog. He needed new dog food, so that came out of his envelope. And then we spent $11 on household toiletries, and then the $100 was spent on actual groceries. And then at Target, we spent another $13 on groceries, and then another $14 on household and toiletries. And then my husband, I wanted some highlighters. I've been wanting some highlighters, so he told me to just use his money. So I took $13 out of his cash envelope to buy me some highlighters and then hair dye. And then my son is special needs, so he does do sports with a special needs program. So this was for the upcoming baseball season. So that was $45, and that is coming out of his cash envelope. And then we had our water bill due, or water sewer trash, and that was $157. We had my phone, which was $65, and then we had our Disney annual pass, which was $100. I also put gas in my husband's car, which came out to $58. And then my husband also got lunch this day at work for $8 at Del Taco. And then on the 1st, even though that is February, I'm considering it, or I'm putting it into this check-in. So, I'm sorry, you couldn't even see the bottom. The two expenses at the bottom. Like I said, Friday was a heavy spending day. But on the 1st, I'm including in this weekly check-in, but we didn't pay or buy anything that day, so this is technically a no spend, so I'll just go ahead and put that on February no spend. But yeah, so I went ahead and already wrote out the weekly check-in. So for groceries, I messed up on here too. These amounts were actually supposed to go here, and then what I spent, or what I had remaining, was supposed to go here. So I ended up spending $113 on groceries. So I was actually over $99 for the month. And then takeout, we didn't spend anything. With our takeout money, we used our cash envelope. So we're still at a -7 for takeout. My gas, I didn't spend anything again. So I had a remainder of $161 for the month. And then my husband, I put $58 in his car this last week. So he had $22 remaining. In household and toiletries, we spent $25, and we were over $5 for the month. And then unbudgeted at the very end, We only had one unbudgeted expense the whole month, and that was the donation we did, and that was for $20. So I also, last week I did this. I think I showed you guys in my last video, and just kind of color coded it. And then this one was for this past week, for the weekly check-in I'm doing right now. So I just wrote everything out, and basically the same thing from the weekly view. And then the total here that was spent last week was $904. And then I just went ahead and filled out the budget results. So for SiriusXM, we were over by $1. SoCal Gas, we were over by $13. Car insurance was the same. Edison was the same. Netflix was the same. Frontier, it was actually $1 more. Hulu stayed the same, and this is the last month for Hulu, and I just canceled it yesterday. So we no longer have Hulu. Well, you know, I mean, we still have it, but once the billing cycle ends, we will no longer have it, just because Super Bowl is over now, or the football season. And then my husband's phone, we put aside $140 because he does pay it every other month or every 2 months. So that was already put aside, and that was the exact number. And then I paid my phone bill, which is the exact number. We paid our annual pass. And then we did have to spend more for the water, sewer, trash. So it was actually over $27. And our lawn service stayed the same at $40. So, and our mortgage stayed the same at $1,933. So the budgeted total was $2,851, and the actual total was $2,893. So we were over budget by $42, I believe. And then our debt, solar, we paid the minimum, which is $91. And then Bank of America, our minimum was $25, but this month we were actually able to pay the total balance. So we paid $509.59 towards Bank of America. So that one is done. We no longer have any balance on it. So I'm really happy about that. In the living spaces, we paid our minimum, which is $200. Discover, we paid the minimum of $111. And then the Dodge, we paid the minimum of $586. So the minimum total was $1,013. And we did put an extra $509.59. And then, I don't know if I mentioned, I had budgeted $6,000 for the month, and our actual was $6,356. And then we also had a rollover from December of $339. For February, I did change this, or I am going to change this, because I did get a raise in January. So it's looking more like it's going to be $6,460 a month as opposed to the $6,000. But we're still going to try to keep our budget at $6,000, and anything over that will be going towards debt or savings. So, and then in February, I did already post my February budget, so it does look different than the January budget in the sense that some of these sinking funds actually moved into our variable category, like our allowances and date night. And then we added a couple to sinking funds. So if you want to see what was added or just see the new budget for February, go ahead and check out my February 2020 budget. But for variable on this month, groceries, we had budgeted $500. We actually spent $599, so we were over by $99. Takeout, we budgeted $120, but we actually spent $127, so we were over $7. My gas, we budgeted $200, and I actually only spent $39 for the month, so that left us with $161 to roll over or put towards debt or whatever we decide to do with that. And then I think that actually takes into account, that was actually able to be put towards the debt, the $500 that we put towards Bank of America. And then my husband's budget for gas was $260 and he spent $238. So he had a leftover of $22. Our household and toiletries, we had a budget of $60 and we spent $65. So we were over by $5. So our budget for variable was $1,140 and our actual was $1,048. So for sinking funds, our emergency budget for the month was $84 and we were able to put $200. These are allowances, so they all stayed. They were all, what we budgeted was the actuals. My husband was $160. Mine was $100. Our son was $50. Our dog was $50. Gifts and holidays, this is something that changed as well in the February budget. But for here, it was $117 and we were actually able to put aside $150. And then car maintenance and tags was $92 and we put $90. Date night was $100 and we put $100. And medical was $30 and we put $30. So the budgeted was $783 and the actual was $930. So at the very bottom, I kind of messed this up, so it's really messy. Sorry about that. But our total expenses for the month came out to $6,393. And I believe that is including the extra debt payment. Let me just double check. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I'm just really excited that we were able to put that much towards the Bank of America credit card and we were able to pay it off. So let me just scoot this in. And this is my son's tablet. I do have an account on here as well, but right now it's just on his. Okay. And so I know it's causing this to be darker because this is on, but let me just go ahead and do it real quick. So our actual total was $2,893 for bills. And then we had the $1,013 for debt. Then we had the actual of $1,048 for variable. And our actual for sinking funds was $930. So that's $5,884. So yeah, this does include the extra debt payment. Yeah, which brought it up to the $6,393.59. So I mean, this is just, it's not an additional to that, it's part of that. So then I went ahead and added our actual with our rollover, and then I subtracted the expenses that, like I said, includes the debt payment, and our remaining for the month of January is $302, which at this time I'm just going to go ahead and roll over to February, and just to kind of give us a little cushion, and then we'll see how February works out for us. And then I know a lot of people say that, like they say January is a magic month, I believe, because a lot of people got 3 paychecks for the month. They include the 31st. But I mean, my husband did get paid on the 31st, but we're actually rolling that over to February because it's not like it can pay anything in January anyways. So, I mean, I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. So we're just rolling that over. So January 31st is actually included in the February budget. So yeah, so that was my, the last, or the weekly check-in for the week of the 26th to the 3rd to the February 1st. And then as well as my January 2020 results video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration. This was like, I don't know. We were really happy with everything. This is our first month of really budgeting and trying to stick to a budget as much as we could. And I'm very pleased with the results. I mean, let alone just being able to put this amount to a credit card and being able to pay off a credit card on our first month of really sticking to a budget. It's like amazing to me. And I'm just like so proud of us and just very happy. So yeah, So I want to continue to do this, especially after just seeing this result. So yeah, we're just going to keep budgeting and see where it can take us this coming year, and hopefully we can tackle a lot of debt. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what this year is going to bring for us. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you like. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.